Wake up,
East Texas,
the news is here.
your hometown,
Your stories,
every day.
the 936
Independent,
Local.
essential.
Good morning, Deep East Texas, and welcome to the 936 Morning Brief for another week. We're starting off Monday, August the 24th. My name's Greg Weatherby, and I hope everybody had a great weekend. And let's get you caught up on what's happening around Lufkin and across Deep East Texas as we start a brand new week. The 936 Morning Brief, first of all, is brought to you by Commercial Bank of Texas. Local banking, local decisions, and a commitment to helping East Texas families and businesses succeed. And they've been doing that, folks, for 125 years. Thank them for, we'd like to thank them for sponsoring the 936 Morning Brief. Let's talk a little bit about the Living Well Expo that's coming up next month on September the 15th. We're getting closer. And we continue to add businesses and organizations to what is shaping up to be a fantastic community event. Living Well is free and open to the public and will bring together businesses, organizations, and resources focused on helping people live healthier, happier, and more active lives here in Deep East Texas. And among those joining us are Elemental Dental and Orthodontics, Hospice in the Pines, CHI St. Luke's Memorial Lufkin, the Heart Institute of East Texas, Humana Insurance, Sarah's Hope, Countryside Living, McKnight Construction, Sound Bowls, Rainbow Vacuums, the Wellness House Studio, Gibson Funeral Home, Lufkin Jewelry on the Square, Buck's Cup of Joe, and we're adding more every day, and there's still room to be part of it for booths and sponsorship opportunities. They are available, so get in touch with Peggy Rains at 936-635-0446 on her cell, or you can email her at prains at the936.com. All right, let's talk about some headlines and what's been going on around Lufkin. And the headlines are brought to you this morning by Lufkin Jewelry on the Square, your hometown jeweler for both beautiful jewelry, personal service, and something special for every occasion. We begin this morning with new details in the investigation involving a Lufkin police officer. Court records detail 100 felony charges against Lufkin police officer Zach Klein, providing a much clearer picture of what prosecutors alleged happened in connection with his use of the city's Flock automated license plate reader system. The indictment accuses Klein of repeatedly using the information from the system for non-governmental purposes. The allegations spanned numerous searches involving multiple people over an extended period of time. Klein was arrested last week by the Texas Rangers. Lufkin Police Chief Travis Brazel requested an outside investigation. The Lufkin Police Department has also suspended its use of Flock cameras until the investigation continues, or as the investigation continues. You can read our full report, including details from the court records, right now at the 936.com. Also this morning, we've been digging into another set of numbers, this time who's pouring the most alcohol in Lufkin. Our latest by the numbers report looks at mixed beverage sales around the city and which restaurants and bars and other establishments are reporting the biggest numbers. If you've ever wondered where Lufkin's biggest alcohol sales are taking place and just how much is being sold, we've got those numbers for you at the 936.com. And now other openings and closing, and this time it's actually a remodel. Have it your way, 49 years later. For nearly a half a century, the Burger King on South Timberland Drive has been part of Lufkin's fast food landscape. Now the King is getting a new castle. The Burger King has announced the Burger King at 2009 South Timberland Drive has slated a $550,000 renovation that will transform the existing Burger King's newest sizzle design. The 3,145 square foot restaurant will get upgrades to its dining area exterior, along with modifications to his HVAC and electrical systems. But there's an interesting story behind this one. The Lufkin restaurant originally opened in 1977, just a few years after the Burger King launched its famous "Have It Your Way" ad campaign. So nearly 50 years later, Burger King is reinventing itself again. The company introduced a sizzle restaurant concept in 2023 with a greater emphasis on digital ordering, pickup, drive-through service, along with updated dining room lighting and finishes and exterior branding. And this isn't just a corporate facelift. The restaurant is operated by Tyler's Lone Star Restaurant and East Texas franchise that opened 13 Burger Kings across the region, including the ones in Lufkin and Nacogdoches. So nearly after nearly 50 years, the king isn't leaving. He's just spending $550,000 to upgrade his castle. All right, let's look at some weather right quick. And the weather is brought to you by Abel's Gaslight Pharmacy. Hometown service, trusted care, and a Lufkin tradition for generations. It's going to be another hot one, folks. We're starting the morning off partly cloudy. We haven't got any sun out there because it's a lot earlier than I usually do this. 77 degrees with the heat advisory in effect through 8 p.m. tonight. So here's your 5-day outlook. Today will be we'll see a high of 102, a low of 77, no chance of rain. Tomorrow will be a high of 99, low of 77, just a slight 5% chance of rain in the afternoon. Wednesday, high of 100, a low of 76, 20% chance of rain. And then Thursday, I hope this holds true, a high of 97, low of 73, and a 65% chance of some rain. And Lord knows we need it. Friday, we'll see a high of 97, low of 71 as we close out the work week with a 15% chance of rain. So we've got another stretch of triple-digit heat beginning this week, but keep an eye on Thursday. That 65% chance of rain could finally bring us a little relief. All right, and as we wrap things up here, let's talk about some sports. And sports are brought to you by Carpets by Curiosity, helping East Texas find the right flooring for their homes with local service you can count on. High school football season is almost here. Games start this Friday, and the Lufkin Panthers wrapped up their preseason work Friday with a scrimmage against Huntsville. Lufkin showed some positives in the final tune-up with Quentin Harrell breaking loose for a 32-yard touchdown run and Sam Fitzgerald hauling in a 75-yard touchdown pass. Scrimmages are over now, which means the next time the Panthers take the field, it counts, and that'll be this Friday night. Around the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys beat Arizona 34-13 on Saturday in the preseason action. Dallas will host New Orleans Friday night. The Houston Texans fell to Las Vegas 22-20 Thursday and will travel to Carolina for their next preseason matchup, and that is on Friday. And how about this race in Major League Baseball? The Texas Rangers and the Houston Astros enter Monday tied atop the American League West at 65 with records of 65 and 66. The Rangers beat the Los Angeles Angels 5-3 Sunday and open a series against the White Sox tonight. Houston Astros lost a wild one to the Athletics 7-6 on Sunday. The Astros are off tonight before opening a series against the New York Yankees on Tuesday. And so with a little more than a month remaining in the regular schedule and regular season, the two Texas teams are dead even in the race for the AL West, which is the tightest division in all of Major League Baseball. That should make September pretty interesting. So that'll do it for your Monday edition of the 936 Morning Brief. You can keep up with the latest news throughout the day at the936.com. Make sure you're following the 936 on Facebook so you don't miss anything happening around deep East Texas. I'm Greg Weatherby. Thanks for starting part of your Monday with us, and we'll see you tomorrow morning right back here for the 936 Morning Brief. Take care, guys. Have a great day, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.